In today's world, technology is in everything we do, with young people spending a lot of time on their phones and communicating through social media rather than in person. Recently, we released a video on toxic masculinity following the release of the critically acclaimed Netflix miniseries Adolescence. If you haven't watched our video yet, watch it before you continue this one by clicking on the link below. Hi everyone, I'm Zoe from My Progression, and in this video we will be decoding the hidden meanings of emojis and language surrounding incel culture. As well as this, I'll be sharing advice with you to help keep young people safe online. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, look away now. Adolescence sheds light on the pressures that young boys face in today's digital age, particularly the impact of online ecosystems that promote distorted views of masculinity and self-worth. It highlights the deeper crisis facing modern boyhood, where societal pressures and unrealistic expectations can have tragic consequences. Before we continue, it's important to mention that this video is to raise awareness of the dangers online for young people, especially for boys, and how they can be radicalised by online groups. It is not to blame or vilify today's young men. Promoting equality and educating young people is important to us here at My Progression. We bring out new content each week on a range of different topics in education. Give this video a like and subscribe by clicking on the bell so you never miss a new video from us. After watching Adolescence, you probably had a lot of questions around the meaning of emojis and how they were used by the teenagers in the series. In a powerful scene, the detective inspector for the murder investigation learns that he has completely misinterpreted a series of emojis used on Instagram and comes to realise the darker meanings behind the icons. For many viewers, including parents and teachers, the hidden meanings of emojis was really eye-opening, with people recognising that they aren't aware of a lot that happens online with their pupils or own children. From kidney beans to love hearts, these symbols that appear to be innocent are revealed to hide a shocking code that most people would never be able to spot. Before we look at the hidden meanings behind the different emojis, there are some key words that are used within the series, including Manosphere and incel. Let's break these down. Firstly, the Manosphere is a collection of influencers and online creators such as Andrew Tate, which push misogynistic ideas onto young men online. These online communities discuss gender roles, masculinity and relationships, often in very anti-feminist ways. The Manosphere is a dangerous online influence, especially for vulnerable teenage boys. It can expose them to toxic ideas about dominance, gender, sex, and what it means to be a man. These beliefs can distort a young person's worldview and lead to serious real-world consequences like aggression, isolation, and even violence. The Manosphere thrives on resentment towards women and societal changes that challenge traditional male power. As well as this, in Adolescence, the term incel plays a significant role in exploring how young boys can be drawn into harmful online communities. Incel stands for involuntary celibate. Originally, it referred to people who feel unable to find romantic or sexual partners despite wanting them. But over time, the term has become associated with the Manosphere and is now one of the main groups. Incel communities often blame women for their problems, spread misogynistic and anti-women viewpoints, glorify toxic masculinity, and encourage violence or revenge fantasies against people they envy or resent. Young boys can easily get caught up in this way of thinking, especially when they feel rejected, isolated, or confused about their masculinity, self-worth, or relationships. In the world of Manosphere influencers, pills, the 100 emoji, and even kidney beans can be a sign that someone is an incel. The red pill emoji, originally from The Matrix, has been chosen by the Manosphere to symbolise a call to action. In The Matrix, Neo has the choice between taking a blue pill and going back into the Matrix to live in ignorance, or taking the red pill to wake up to the reality of his situation. In current online communities, it has come to be a symbol of awakening the truth behind gender dynamics. Manosphere influencers describe adopting misogynistic views as taking the red pill and waking up from the illusions of conventional thought. Therefore, if someone has been red-pilled, they believe they are seeing the world as it really is and understanding the so-called real nature of women's behaviour and dating preferences. The exploding emoji is not used playfully or literally in these darker spaces, for example, not to show excitement or something blowing up. It's been repurposed to mean breaking free from the system or rejecting societal norms, especially norms around gender equality, relationships, and emotional vulnerability. The 100 emoji is used to label someone as an incel. This is supposed to represent the 80-20 rule, where 80% of women are attracted to 20% of men. This means that 80% of women will need to be tricked in order to find the other men attractive. This idea is actually a misinterpretation of something called the Pareto principle, which suggests that 80% of consequences come from 20% of causes. For example, it's often applied in business and work, e.g., 80% of a company's output is produced by 20% of its workers. And it can also be applied to society or the individual. For example, 80% of family problems are caused by 20% of issues. The principle is often used to boost productivity by enabling employers, employees, or people in their personal lives to manage their time better. But it's complete rubbish in terms of forming relationships. As well as this, the kidney bean emoji is also being used to identify or self-identify as an incel. This could be due to its similarity with the coffee bean meme, which has been previously used on platforms such as Reddit to belittle women and reinforce harmful stereotypes. Another symbol that has a surprising number of different meanings is the heart. For many of us, this symbol is seen as something positive that we may use in different ways with family or friends. However, this seemingly innocent symbol can actually carry significant connotations. A red heart, that means love. Purple can mean feelings of attraction or sexual desire. Yellow means I'm interested, are you interested? Pink means I'm interested but not in sex. Orange means you're going to be fine. Now, it's really important to remember that emojis are used with different intention depending on the age group, culture, and context. The organisation Unicode that assesses emoji proposals state that they require emojis to have multiple meanings in order to be accepted. Therefore, all emojis can be perceived in different ways. This video is designed to support you in recognising toxic comments and behaviours in your pupils or children, and how to recognise any dangerous messages and comments on social media. But not all emojis will be linked to toxic masculinity or considered harmful, so if your nan sends you a purple heart, don't be concerned. For more information on the hidden meaning of emojis, Amit Kali, the founder of For Working Parents, has created a periodic table of sinister emojis. You may have seen him on social media recently or even on BBC News. He describes himself as supporting parents in decoding the online world. If you're a teacher, his profile also gives great esafety tips. Check out his Instagram @forworkingparents, where you will find the periodic table of sinister emojis and other great advice. How can you keep your pupils safe online? What lessons can we take from adolescence? We've spoken a lot about emojis and what they could mean, but it's important that you also know how to protect young people online. Here are 7 pieces of advice to help you. Number 1, stay alert to hidden meanings. Emojis and slang can carry secret or harmful meanings. Ensure that if you're a teacher, your colleagues also understand the use of emojis, and likewise if you're a parent. Rewatch the start of this video and share it with staff in your school or friends and family with children to help them gain knowledge too. Number 2, educate on digital literacy. Help pupils understand how online content can manipulate emotions or reinforce harmful stereotypes. Encourage critical thinking about what they see on social media and influencers promoting alpha male or anti-women content. Number 3, have open conversations. Create safe spaces where students can talk about a range of topics, including friendships and relationships, pressures from online trends, how they feel about masculinity, identity, and belonging. Number 4, share what you've learned. Regardless of if you're a parent or an educator, share your knowledge on how certain emojis or language might indicate risk. If you're an educator, especially part of SLT in a school, you should provide guidance on monitoring devices appropriately and talking to children about what they've seen online. Number 5, monitor behaviour changes. Be aware of red flags in a child's behaviour. Just like you would when safeguarding for abuse or neglect, this is a safeguarding concern too. Look for common indicators such as increased secrecy or isolation, sudden anger or hostility towards girls, the use of unusual online slang or code words. Number 6, promote positive role models. Use classroom discussions, PSHE lessons, or school campaigns to challenge toxic masculinity and promote kindness, empathy, and respectful relationships. Positive male role models for boys are everywhere, and it's important that this is well thought out and embedded into the curriculum. And number 7, teach reporting and blocking. Make sure your pupils or your children know how to report harmful content, block users, and where to go for help if they feel unsafe or confused by something online. E-safety should be a priority in a school's curriculum where children ensure they know how to be safe online. Education and Training UK share SMART rules for e-safety, which are usually found in posters around schools and spoken about these lessons. These rules are: S. Encourages young people to be safe by not giving out their personal details online. M. Draws attention to the risks associated with meeting someone you only know online. A. Highlights the risks of accepting emails, pictures and text messages from unknown sources. R. Is a reminder that not all information online is necessarily reliable. And T. Encourages children to tell someone if something happens or if they meet someone online that makes them feel uncomfortable. This video has highlighted how social media and emojis can carry harmful, hidden messages tied to misogynistic online spaces like the Manosphere and incel communities. It is clear that these dangerous groups manipulate language and imagery to influence vulnerable young men, promoting toxic beliefs around gender, dominance, and identity. To keep young people safe online, as an educator or a parent, it is vital that you stay informed, teach digital literacy, and follow SMART rules. Make sure you encourage those open conversations with children as well. Now that the Netflix series Adolescence has sparked this conversation, the media are focusing on the dangers of the online world regarding toxic masculinity. It's important that we all share awareness of it to educate the future generation, preventing radicalisation of young boys and creating a safer world for everyone to live equally in. Let's start a discussion on this. Drop your thoughts and ideas in the comments section below. I've been Zoe from My Progression. Let's keep your career in motion.